And we are now back into Project Vigil. I struggle with that. Sorry, guys. Quick announcement. Get this on record. Is this game will be moving to a consistent schedule of once every fortnight. Not starting this fortnight. Not starting this week, but the week after. That makes sense. Unless. Yeah. Okay. What else do we have? That's about it, really. I'm a little tired, so I've got my boomer fuel ready to go. That'll keep me up all night. Alright, chaps. We've got Yon coming back in later. So let's do a quick recount of what happened last time. In the last episode of Dragon Ball Z, you did bust up the sort of underground rally of Green Force. You didn't exactly collect. Did you okay there? Okay. You might want to mute your mic. Okay, my ears won't. Anyway, you didn't really collect any kind of evidence as the evidence that was seemed to be collected was stolen by some lass with blonde hair and wearing a hat. You know, one of those like cotton hats. Who you suspect slipped into the back and stole the hard drive of the laptop that the operation was running off. However, she did kind of step in Ikky, who was unconscious at the time. And, yeah, kind of got knocked out. But she seemed to have taken care of the guy who was back there, which is unusual, to say the least. But she was tracking Ikky around, so all she left behind was a pair of gooey boots. You suspect she probably was running around barefoot or in socks. So, you also returned to Steelwall, aka Helena Radcliffe's house in I'd say probably more suburb area, and you managed to do some computer wizardry to claim the data off the laptop. Well, claim information off the laptop, and then you called it a night there. Pardon me. What was everyone's arrangements? Because it was kind of late at night. So did anyone like stay over and sleep on the couch, or just go home? Yeah. And what about Manticore? Okay, that's fair enough. Is there anything else anyone wants to do before that, or just kind of sleep it off, see what happens within the next week or so? Okay. And Manticore, like, does Manticore have any plans? Okay. And Zhi Pan, or Biomorph, what are you up to? I hope people have been keeping track of experience. Excellent. Because you can bank it. I wouldn't say like a week to work with. Like you can do anything during that week. I'm just saying, like, if you want, you can advance time. It's generally assuming that you go about your daily business. Sometimes you may like stop crime. Depends if you're up for that. But I can inform you in general what's going on. Okay. There is a news report the next day, and it is covering the sort of arrest of these individuals. However, it's, you know, when it comes to like a word from the NYPD about it, they're keeping quite tight-lipped about it. All that's being the press seems to have acknowledged that you know, there may have been like some of these new vigilantes involved, but the police aren't confirming anything at the minute, so they're currently like still investigating. Hmm. Hmm. It's not as hard as you think to tap into CCTV cameras. Yeah, it's getting a hold of that kind of stuff. But live feeds you can get into, but you know, you might be able to get something done with that. I would say that wouldn't require a roll. It's just you knowing where the place is. You can just punch it into Google Maps and you look at the area, and you can kind of see, okay, there's like a couple of streets. Pardon me. There's a couple of streets that do have that you like, you know, flag up as like potential places with they've got cameras, but the potential places this person could have went. Mm. Yeah, you can make a note of like where these are, so you know generally where they are. It's just acquiring the footage and going through it. That's the problem. Hmm. Mm-hmm. I assume you're going about your schooling. Yeah, I'm just working on. Hmm. And Tristan, what are you going to be up to? You could go get one. if you're just gonna be lazing around like the apartment, like it's you'd probably just have like fucking your old squad mate called Bao. Yeah, Bao with a K. It's weird. He's just like he comes in. He's fucking got like he fucking looks like a bum almost. He's got like short hair and shit. Like, but he dresses like a fucking bum almost, and he's just like he says in his proper thick Slavic accent. You could help around. Maybe clean some things up. We can't just sit around here drinking vodka all day. Oh, that's a good point. You don't drink that much, do you? I forget. He just like puts like a fucking bottle of vodka on the counter, and he's just like opening it up and like pouring out a shot. He just downs it. It's like, it was good shit. Not like Homeland though. Hmm. Okay, that's fair enough. He's gonna hang around, maybe stop some trouble from time to time. Maybe go bowling. Hey, Nico, let's go bowling. Okay, so that's fair enough. If you've got nothing you want to do, that's fine. So I assume for Helena, we can get a role sorted out of what you're doing. Hmm. Okay. From what you see, like generally, there's this like petty crime stuff going on throughout the week. Like, of course, there's always petty crime going on, but nothing really big that strikes out for you during the rest of the week. Assuming you keep the news on. I don't know. What do you prefer to listen to? Some mainstream stuff. Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. I would like you to make I believe it's going to be a systems operation role to try and locate somewhere where you can get some footage. I'll be 3d6, s'il vous plaît. Yeah, it's fine. While you're doing that, while watching the news and like getting news reports, you're finding that there are more of these vigilante types running around. Oh wow, 11. Let's see. Where's the list? There's been some noted in the, although not as widely reported on. There's been some in the UK. There's also been There's also been a few in New York as well. Specifically, let me just find the name. Here we go. So you've seen quite a few weird people around. For example, the amazing laser, as he calls himself. A very eccentric man who he's got like fucking like neon shit on his rather clumsily made costume, but he seems to be a man who can whose technological wizardry, he fires lasers at people, which seem to stun people, as well as being generally quite athletic and he can get shit done. He seemed you were just watching this interview of him as you're working along. He's just like, what's the word for it? He's being quite out there with his personality, as he's just like, yeah, he's being very larger than life, and he's like, let me tell these bad guys of the city, the amazing laser is coming for them. He just fucking just starts like running off. There was also a sighting of another. Well, there was a rather big one of well, they say he's not really considered a hero there, but there's been a superpowered individual dealing with corruption in Egypt, who people seem to claim that he's Horus, the ancient Egyptian god, primarily because he's quite well built and he has a eagle's head, and he wears an eye patch over one eye. So he's that's rather interesting, although he seems to be more persecuted by the government because they don't seem to like what he's doing half the time. Yeah, it's Egypt. This is like what they've tried to jail him, but it has not worked at all. In fact, no, he pretty much zotted a tank with an I-beam. And he probably threw a few cars over as well. Yeah, it's just he seems to be more self-defending himself, although the news seems to be painting him as a reasonably bad dude, because he is causing a bit of destruction here and there. But he hasn't really harmed any civilians, beyond people who he claims are evil. So that's a little weird. Okay. Let's see, 11 you rolled. And what must you roll under usually? I must ask. Under 13, okay. Yeah, okay. You do manage to find something. You do actually manage to find this girl who stole the hard drive. She appears to have. You do catch her in some footage. She's obviously like, you can tell she's it's her because well, she lacks shoes, for instance. Yeah. Okay. She's running across the street into another alleyway, somewhat away from the place. Although you can't really see too much of her face because she seems to have taken pains to conceal it for the most part, wearing like the hat of a what seems to be clearly long blonde hair, and wearing a massive pair of sunglasses, again to conceal most of her face. She also seems to have makeup on. She seems to run into an alley and not on the other side. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You can inform anyone, and you can inform anyone in the team. I think you're using something like WhatsApp. It's encrypted and it's pretty secure. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Probably trying to get out of responsibilities. They seem to be apartments. Yeah, they don't appear to have like any kind of like. Well, actually, they may have fire escapes on there. Well, it probably would be easy if you assumed that you lived there, which is a bit weird. Probably not. Mm-hmm. You could do it in daylight. Yeah. Well, yeah, but the space alien's gone to space at the moment. Yeah, the space alien currently isn't around. Oh dear. Okay. Yeah. It would probably be night as well because Helena would have done this in the evening, of course. Continuity. So yeah, you can meet up in around around the evening if everyone wishes to go. Okay. It's not even that late. It's like just going to shop or something. I'm sure Zhi Pan is an adult. Oh yeah, good point. Are you doctor yet? So okay. But a terrorist attack happened at school. It doesn't matter. Get to fucking class. Get to fucking class. Oh. Yeah, you meet up. I assume you're trying to be as discreet as possible. As discreet as you can be. Yeah, you all meet up, and the alleyway is before you, menacingly. Okay, it's pretty dark. Do you have any kind of like night vision or anything, or you? Or that bit? That works. I don't know if you have pockets. Yeah, you should have 9 XP. Okay, okay. It does illuminate the alleyway. You can see there's some like trash bins. It obviously stretches to the other side. There seems to be like a garage or two. There's some fire escapes. The ladders don't appear to be down, however. Don't know how high are ladders off the ground fire escape wise. Say they're a few meters up. Like you could, like if you were to like move some like of the trash bins and stand on top, you could probably, like a normal person could probably get to them. But if you've got some kind of super jump ability, then you could easily do it. I do not know what powers people have. Suitable Iron Man. Not really. There seems to be. Oh, hi. Oh, hi, Jon. How are you doing? Hello, Jon? Oh, we're still getting things set up. Anyway. You might need to turn yourself up a tad. I can barely hear you. Much better, thank you. They're just investigating an alley that they've found that the mystery girl who's absconded with the hard drive went to. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I had a weird problem with mouse acceleration earlier today. I had to like unplug and replug it. It was weird. It's funky. Are you gonna? So, what are you doing with this alley? What are you looking for? No, not really. There's no doors. Okay. What kind of abilities or how you can get up there? Because the ladder's currently raised off the floor. Okay, I suppose that'll do the job. Okay, it will just be a case of you just jumping up and catching the ladder and going down with it. Makes a bit of a racket, but you start ascending the ladder, making another fire escape. They Harp put out a message to everyone in the WhatsApp group. I don't know if you could understand that, but you seem. Well, okay. I'll ask you this question. It'll probably make it a lot easier. But did you? Are you like mooching off Harp at the minute? It's kind of like hanging around her. Well, Helena Radcliffe. Okay, then if that makes sense, you would have probably arrived a little late. It's currently dark and in the evening, so you. Yeah, there's no real thing. I mean, I'd have to draw around the alley, and it would just be like, there's an alley. Yep, work with it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. What I did say was like you could feasibly get to the ladders if you moved one of the trash bins underneath it and climbed on top. However, the trash bins are away from the fire escapes. Tristan already jumped up to lower one of the ladders, so it's much easier to get to. So he's climbing up one, and Just going up, I guess. Mm-hmm. What exactly are you looking for? Where are you looking exactly? I want to know these information. Did you find something? Mm-hmm. Okay. I'd say roll perception roll for the windows. Yeah, there's fire escape for both buildings. Okay. Mm-hmm. And on the ground? Everyone up there? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You're looking. You'd probably need to make perception checks, all of you, in your relative areas. Yeah. If not, I could have just sent you a link. Okay. Fair enough. So let's see. What we rolled. 9. What are you rolling under, Tristan? No, it's just an attribute. It's based off. It's like an intelligence roll. Yeah. Say again. 12 minus. Okay. 12 minus for Cerulean. And I guess Helena again. Use the CSI skills. Okay. Yeah, you don't really detect any additional, traces of Biomorph. In fact, your sensor gets kind of confused because of Biomorph himself. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so let's see. You both going up the parallel fire escapes, and you don't really see anything weird in regards to like window tampering and all that. Yeah. Let me just check. Yes, there is roof access on both buildings. You check, and there seems to be unlocked. But sort of competing hypothesis is if she went into one of the buildings, either she's still there or she found a way out that Helena didn't see on any kind of further recordings. Or maybe she did something that could throw you off again, Potentially. There's also competing hypothesis. Yeah. Yeah. You find something similar to Biomorph. There seems to be no like direct kind of tampering that you can see like it's out of place. Because you'd know as a kind of person who probably has tracking skills that you're looking for disturbances in the environment, something that shouldn't be there. Yeah, it seems to be what a regular apartment building. Seems to have an elevator in it, as well as just a descending staircase. You don't really see any security cameras around. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it would take a while to check every room, but it's possible. Yeah. Jon, are you there? Jon? That's fine. You're here and you're up to speed, of course. The alleyway seems mostly empty, apart from obviously stuff like trash and bins scattered around, and the sort of the other side, which is not apparently where she emerged from. What are you intending on doing while everyone's doing their own form of searching? Suppose you could look around, I guess. Okay. Go ahead. Yeah. Yep. Oh, that's good. So you just kind of like, I suppose you take like like a walk down, and you're listening for radio perception. You listen through your radio perception and all that, and you're not getting much. You're just mostly getting junk. You get some crazy shit like putting chemicals in the water to turn the freaking frogs gay, shit like that. But he's got a radio show, sir. He has a radio show. Or had, I'm not sure. I don't know. But there's clearly a bit of ranting there. See, the globalists, they're interdimensional vampires, funded by. Anyway, what does catch? Yeah, New World Order. coming, people. It's globalists. Anyway, what immediately catches your eye is something in the trash. You reach over and pull it out, and it's this long blonde wig. Yeah, and it's got like the same hat there with it. Sort of like this dark red hat. It's just like it kind of smells, but it was quite familiar. It's like you're probably wondering, do humans like get rid of their hair when they're done with it? So whoa, they died so hard they only left their hair, or they became one with the trash. We can get evidence from this. Yeah, but you find it, and you kind of point it out to, but you're holding it out so Helena can really see it. That and the shit cotton like sort of hat as well. That looks like it was bought at a thrift store. Anything you're looking for in particular with it, or? Okay. Just gonna bag up the wig. Show it in the bag. Smells funky. It does actually. I don't know the name of any local. It seems to be of a no, not too local. It's pretty local in your area. There's a branch of it. I think let's call it Stylex. Yeah, you can check that. You can check that out for any leads. What else are you guys wanting to do? Do not be afraid. Have any ideas? Hmm. What we're looking for is a bald woman. It was a wig. It was a wig. So it's more than just some shoes. It's pretty decent. I mean, wigs are pretty decent looking if you get a decent one. It's like, yeah. Let's see. It's not too real. It's like you would think that the hair's either dyed like more blondie or it's a wig. More often than not, people assume it's just like been enhanced with a dye. but it doesn't look too cheap, you know? Hmm. What does this need with a wig? Yeah, those exist. It's much better than doing that. And less illegal. Yeah. I mean, you know, it's more of like that's a felony versus, or do you have a license for that? Yeah. Yes. That is correct. You are innocent until proven guilty. And it's a great system. Never change. I confess to upholding freedoms, sir. Anyway, where was we before we got sidetracked? Yeah, you wanted to like appear as some kind of private detective. Yeah, you can easily do that. Makes sense. Well, I mean, there's the Biomorph doing it because he can shapeshift into different people. Your clothes, give them to me. Yeah, that'd be a good thing. You can do further analysis. And yeah. Wait, just to confirm, you are wanting to kind of sneak into a police station as well to try and run DNA? Oh, okay. I thought you said you were going to do that for a second. You're just gonna. Okay, so what were you saying about the running the DNA? Yeah, you'd probably have to go to a police station for that. I mean, you can disguise yourself as a police officer, really. Yeah, that's true. You could divide your efforts. So you could have some people go off and do one thing. Like you could have one person check out a store. You could have one person check out the police station. Yep. Well, you're a quiet, tough guy, so you fit some of the mold. Yeah, like if you just look menacingly and ask questions. Well, I thought Biomorph was because he could just literally just assume the form of a police officer and walk right back in. If you go, well, I mean, like if you walk into a store with like the way you say like, oh yeah, like I'm doing some, like I'm doing some investigating into something. Yeah, I mean. Mm. Yeah, I mean, if you have the ability to perfectly disguise yourself as anyone else, you could literally walk in there with the sample in a bag, go to one of the lab techs and say, "Hey, I just need this running through. See if it matches any of the records." And you could walk out with no one being the wiser. And for the store, you could just walk in and say, "Hey, I'm doing some investigating. I need to find someone who's bought like this wig in the past 2 weeks." I don't know. Mm-hmm. I mean, well, he knows like Super Slav, so Super Slav could hook him up maybe. I was never talked about Super Slav. I'm bouncing ideas off myself. So it seemed a little too thingy with the story. But yeah, it's up to you guys on how you want to do it. But like I would think it'd be best to like diverge tasks, so everyone gets to do a little thing here and there. Okay. What about Steel Wool and Cerulean? I mean, they're very inconspicuous. From a nearby party van. Monitoring radio traffic. Yeah, that's fine. I suppose you probably have to do this tomorrow because it's quite late at night at the minute. Store's not open. I'll give you time to scope out a local police station. Okay, that sounds good. Because that would be a great place for us to just take a 5-minute break, as I need to run to the loo. Super quick. So let me just be myself, because I am an important. Just talk amongst yourselves about what you want to do or whatever. I'm not concerned. I will be a moment.